What's up, guys? So we have a fun little project right now. It is, I think, Thursday the 29th, and on Sunday, I'm going to Gingerman Raceway in Michigan. But unfortunately, I had no car. Wah, wah, wah. This car, my brother won't let me take, even though this thing's actually set up really nicely for the track. Not with these wheels, obviously, these are the drag radials. But this has the JZR suspension that's like very expensive. It has a roll bar, fully tunable suspension. It's got the wing, widened front fenders because it has a 345 square setup. But it is actually my first time at the track. This might have been way too much. That's why we got that, baby. The S2000. And this is such a last minute plan that I didn't know what car to take. Every other car I was thinking of just wasn't really working out. So I actually ordered brand new tires for this thing, brand new brake pads for this thing, DOT4 Motul 600 brake fluid. We have 2 days to get this car ready to go to the track for the first time ever for the car and myself. So stay tuned and let's get this thing done. We have for the tires right here, these tires are actually not that bad, the Yokohamas. The problem is, if you see, the date is from 2012. So these things are 11 years old, and although there's a lot of thread on them, they're pretty dry rotted. And these actually might be some summer tires. Let's see. I don't know, what do you think, Howard? Are these summer tires?
They're definitely round.
They definitely have thread on them. Either way, because they're dry rotted and they're all seasons, I probably would have been spinning out a lot. Well, I don't spin out, I drift out. But I got the Falcon Zenith tires off Tire Rack. They actually came within 2 days because I made this plan 2 days ago on Tuesday to get the car ready on Sunday. I ordered some rotors off Amazon. I forgot what brand it was. It was like Carhartt or something. I don't know. Callahan or something like that. I got the rotors off of Amazon, but I did get the Hawk, I think the DTS 60 track pads off Tire Rack too. And Tire Rack, shout out to Tire Rack. Sponsor me, please. So shout out to Tire Rack. 2 days. I ordered it, I think, Tuesday evening. Actually, it might have been Tuesday night. And today afternoon, which is Thursday, they're at my door. The tires and the brake pads. Stay tuned. We're going to get this car ready to go, and let's get at it. Now that I'm looking at it, too, the front tires are actually from 2010, so even more dry rotted, and they're a different brand. And inside of these tires, obviously you can't see right now, but they're pretty bald. So it's a good thing that I did get new tires. It's got fresh fluid in it, fresh diff fluid, fresh trans fluid, and the oil I did change. It's been about probably like 9-10 months since I've changed the oil, but I only driven like 500 miles. So should I do oil change? I should probably, because I'm gonna be revving the crap out of this car. So I'll go to Walmart, get some oil for this thing as well. This is the first time we had the wheels off of this car. This car is actually really rust-free. The only time I ever drove in the snow was when I actually bought it, because I drove back from Ohio to Illinois and I got caught in a snowstorm. It's really, really bad. So you can see the only type of rust is all surface rust from that one time I drove it. And overall, this car, I mean, look at the frame rails. There's no rust on this car. It's crazy. I only driven in the snow once, and just a little bit of surface rust that did come, like that was not there. That's Illinois for you. But anywho, I mean, this car's in pretty good condition. We're looking at the rotors. It look like they're factory, so it's good that we got new ones. The pads are at about 4 millimeters. A pro tip, if your pad material is the same thickness as your pad backing plate, which is that thing right there, it's time to replace your pads. That's like pretty much your, your yellow zone. Luckily, we got the new Hawk pads. The factory shocks do have like an external reservoir, so that's kind of cool. And see how this handles from the factory. Honda did say that these loops are structural, so I don't technically need a roll bar, but I do want to make sure my head is under this roll loop, and the windshield is actually structural as well. So this car is track ready. Front brakes, again, the surface rust is just from me driving that one time in the snow. But it looks like the front brakes have a little bit more pad on them. They definitely were done sometime recently. These look like almost brand new pads. The rotors look like they still might be factory, so it's a good thing that we got new rotors. In the worst shape, but again, we're going to the track, we're getting brand new tires, might as well do brand new brakes. Side is pretty much the same. Front doesn't have any reservoirs on the shocks. Plan is to also line the car. The tires now that they're off, we can kind of see them a little better. Again, the threads are there, it's just dry rotted, and the reason I want to align it is because there is more a little bit of inner wear than there is outer wear in the front. The backs look like they were fine, and although these are dry rotted, I'm going to keep them as a drift spare. Start off with the front tires. Right over here, we got our Falcons. They're from 2022, so the 22nd week of 2022. May, pretty much a year old. Shelf life, not too bad. Traction A, temperature A, and then obviously the old ones. So what we're going to do now is There's no TPMS because the car's from '05. We're gonna take out the air and then use the tire machine, baby. All right, got the first tire on. We had a little bit of scratchy, but no big deal. Plan on refinishing these wheels anyways. That's because we had the metal head on before. It wasn't being too friendly, so we just put the plastic one on, which is way better. Tires looking good. Definitely gonna beat this guy around the track, right? I don't care if he's got an M and he's got way more horsepower. About the driver, not the car. Family, brah. Family.
Hey, bro, stop, bro. I'm just the detailer.
Ooh, she's looking good. Just a note, you're supposed to put the yellow dot, which is the lightest part of the tire, on the valve stem, which is theoretically the heaviest part of the wheel. I just forgot to do it and I'm not unmounting this. So for now, we're just gonna balance it out and let's keep on moving. We got the weight on, I placed them on the top. I think that's how the machine works because I don't see any laser, obviously. So let's press start and let's hope for the best. Looking at zeros, War. You think we got it?
I think we got zeros.
Hey, oppa! Zero. Got number one balance. And by the way, so we know this is the passenger side. The passenger side's wheels actually have the yellow sticking out. So we know that one and that one is the passenger side. And the driver's sides have the yellows on the other side. So fun little fact. Let's get these other ones balanced up. Continue on with the progress of this car. Should I get coilover so I go faster than you?
Yeah. No, you won't go fast. It's a 328.
That's it.
It's a 328, big bro.
348.
It's just a 3.
348 BI.
Well, it's actually BMW F80 M3, fully bolted on.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, it has custom powder-coated.
Did you guys do that?
Intakes. Yes, we did.
No way.
We have a powder coating station in the back.
She looks nice.
Charge pipes, intakes. She screams. She has down pipes too. But that's all it needs. Fun little.
What'd you run on the track?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
I heard this Miata beat you. All right, this is the passenger side front wheel. You can see we got it zeroed out. We did have issues with one wheel, which was the driver's side front wheel. It looked like it was just wobbling forward and back. So I'm actually gonna come mount it again using a front cone method just to make sure it wasn't user error on the mounting of the wheel. Most likely, right, it's a 20-plus-year-old wheel. It probably is just warped, or I forgot the term when it's kind of like bent from the hub, but I think that's what's happening. I think the wheel's just bad. But the back two balanced out perfectly. The front passenger balanced out perfectly. If we have 1 out of 4 that's kind of messed up, we're still gonna send it, right?
Yes, sir.
Send it. I'm gonna give this driver's side wheel one more chance to see if you can see. Yeah, you can see the wobble in the video. Very slightly, but it's there. A lot more apparent in person. But there's a lot of weights on here. I just want to see the double zeros. Hopefully I'll get it. I didn't think it would balance out. Yeah, see, every time you try, something else gets out of balance. So that's just, you're a bad wheel, and you can see all the weights that are on here. Obviously not ideal, but we're gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna send it, baby.
Probably gonna lose some on the track regardless.